I'm used to. I like the fact that she's willing to deliver to adult family homes, she's willing to listen to our needs, and she's willing to cater to us, which I think is very special. For myself, I have a very picky 8-year-old. So my taste test was, if it passed the 8-year-old, then I know that the elderly will love it. So I personally purchased 10 servings of each meal because I have big eaters and I also wanted something left over for lunches. So I wanted her to take us through the foods that we selected so you can understand the service that she offers to everyone. Now, Tammy, if somebody needs to get a hold of you so they can order, where do they call?
You can call me at 425-306-1113. I'm also all over Facebook. You can text me, you can email me, or you can instant messenger me.
Perfect. So let's go over, so we grouped the foods in traditional, soups, ethnic. So I want to kind of go over the different food choices. One of my favorites is Cordon Bleu. So I purchased this a second time because I absolutely loved it, and then I purchased more servings this time. What I was impressed about is when it's thawed out, I could microwave it, and the crispiness stayed crispy, and it did not get kind of soggy and chewy. So I think that's very important. Absolutely. I also had some other cordon that I put in the oven, and they stayed crispy and crispied right up. Right. So with Cordon Bleu, though, we have cheese in the middle and ham, and not everyone likes ham. So or Swiss, because I'm not a big Swiss person.
You can have any deli meat that you want. If you want roast beef, you want chicken, you want turkey. If you have a preference, all you have to do is when you order, say, I want chicken Cordon Bleu, please no ham, use roast beef instead.
Okay, perfect. And then cheese alternatives as well?
I like to use a pepper jack cheese just to give it a little bit of a zing. But if you want cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese is contemporary, whatever you choose.
Okay, perfect. The next meal I'm going to talk about is lasagna. And I just want you to see how big this is. It's gigantic.
It weighs 5 pounds.
It weighs 5 pounds, and it's way better than Costco and healthier too. So I picked lasagna meat and veggie. But she also has the traditional lasagna, correct, as well as a vegetarian version.
Correct.
Okay.
Again, just specify when you order what it is that you want. If you're getting a vegetarian, you're going to get a zucchini squash, a spaghetti squash with the sweet peppers, all the different colors. And I don't use noodles in my vegetarian lasagna. When you order a meat lasagna, you're going to get it's my spaghetti sauce actually that's used as the lasagna sauce. So there's the 3 kinds of meats. If you have an allergic reaction or you have a preference that you don't want pork in there, just let me know when you order.
Okay, perfect. And then when it comes to, you do gluten-free noodles.
All my noodles are gluten-free in the lasagna, yes.
Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to go on to pulled pork enchiladas. Last time I did chicken and they were fabulous. She does this amazing layering technique. It makes it very easy to eat.
Yeah.
So somebody that might not have any teeth could eat it just fine.
Absolutely.
She told me she had gotten a discount on pork this time and was able to make this amazing dish at a great affordable price. So I said, yeah, let's do it. So tell me what you put in it.
It has a cheese sauce that I make by scratch, and it's not spicy. None of my food is spicy unless you ask me to make it spicy. It comes layered, like she said, pretty much like lasagna with the white corn tortillas, and then it's with the pulled pork, a little barbecue sauce, some enchilada sauce. Sometimes I like to use a green enchilada sauce.
Excellent. And you can top it off with some sour cream.
Absolutely.
Serve it with a side salad. The lasagna, serve it with French toast or French bread.
French bread, yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the meatloaf. Meatloaf's a very traditional dish for Americans. Everybody does a little different. Some do it with a ketchup sauce. Others do it with the barbecue sauce. Some do it with 1 meat, 2 meats, 3 meats. So tell us a little bit about your meatloaf.
I like to do mine with 3 meats. It just makes it have a good taste. It's just a much better taste. Hamburger seems to be too rigid, but when you add the sausage or the turkey or the chicken or whatever meats that you're preferring in the meatloaf, it just makes it an easier bite. I like to use barbecue sauce. I use a special kind of crackers. I like mine to be the buttery crackers. One thing I can say about my food is if you're trying to lose weight, that's not the food you want to eat.
That's great.
So, and then I like to put barbecue sauce on it. Again, it just gives it a much better taste, I think, than ketchup. So, however, I've had people ask just for ketchup, no barbecue sauce, and I can accommodate that too.
So one thing to think about with the meatloaf, you do need to just reach out and let her know, because she does do a secret meat in there, depending what's on season. Because Tammy's special because she comes from a family of hunters. And so
fishers.
because she comes from a family of hunter and fishermen, you have to understand how to cook bison, elk, ostrich, all of those kinds of meats. So because she does her secret meat, you'll just want to talk to her about the meats that you would prefer in the meatloaf or what she might be putting in the meatloaf right now.
Correct.
But so far, amazing. And I haven't had anyone complain that they haven't loved the meatloaf.
When you look at my menu online, it'll tell you exactly what's going to be in there. So if you don't give me any specifications, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get what's posted on the menu.
She also makes a meatloaf with meatloaf and goat meat.
Yes.
So that's important. And I know a lot of you out there you butcher your own meats. I've personally purchased my own cows that were grass-fed through different farms. So if you do that, she's willing to take your meat as long as it's been butchered and processed and wrapped. So then she would give you a discount because you're already providing her the meat. And then she'll incorporate it into whatever recipe that you want. Right. So I think that's really critical because so many of you out there are very much into having your own source of meat and vegetables and those types of items.
If you order my chili, you'll notice probably 80% of the time I always have elk meat in it. I think it makes the best chili.
And I have loved it. My kids have loved it. And my husband. Everyone's loved it. Now we're going to move on to catfish, because she is a catfish lady, and I worked with an amazing nurse who had a catfish restaurant, and she used to tell me about her catfish. So I thought, Tammi does catfish, so let's try this catfish. So tell me a little bit about the catfish.
When you get your package, so it's flash frozen right after it's cooked, so it will retain its crunchiness. As soon as you take it out of the freezer to have for the day, cut the bag open, take it out immediately. It's going to come out one big chunk. Put it on a drying rack or a baking rack so it can thaw. You can then microwave it for 1.5 to 2 minutes depending on your microwave. And if you want it crispier than what it already came as, broil it in the broiler in the oven for a couple minutes at the max.
So my understanding then is do not thaw it in the bag.
No, it'll come out soggy. It needs to be air thawed and on a rack. You don't want pressure. You want each piece to fall off of each other.
So if I don't have a rack, what can I make?
You can put it on wax paper, parchment paper, a towel. Anything will really work. Just don't let it sit in the bag because all the water from the thawiness is going to pool in the bottom of the bag and then it's going to make these pieces down here soggy.
Okay, perfect. And these are cooked, so you can put them into the microwave. And what is the suggested microwave time?
1.5 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
And I do undercook these. So when you get them in the microwave, they won't be overcooked. It's the same with my quiches. My quiches are cooked just a little under. So once you've thawed those, you can cut them and put them in there. By the time you've cooked them for 1.5 minutes, they're perfect. They're not overcooked.
Excellent. And you can serve your catfish with potato chips, potato salad,
Macaroni
French fries,
salad.
macaroni salad, lots of options. So
Absolutely.
just food for thought. Next traditional item we're going to talk about is stroganoff. Now, stroganoff is a great item, but sometimes beef, especially stewed beef, can be very difficult for people to eat.
Absolutely.
So she goes with a turkey, which I really appreciate that because she does think about how we can eat these items but still enjoy this very traditional dish. So tell me a little bit about your turkey stroganoff.
I actually put turkey and sausage in it. Like I said, those two meats together just make an amazing bite. So that's what I like to do. But I've also done it with just turkey. I can do it with hamburger meat. I can do it with pretty much, again, any ground meat that you want. But like I said, the turkey seems to take in the flavors of the onions and the cream sauce that I make. And again, I just don't... If you want beef, that's fine. But I'm going to just tell you, you're going to have a lot of people chewing on it like a cud. It's hard to... Even shredded beef would be difficult.
Okay, great.
Serve it over rice, have it with a salad, green beans, any kind of vegetable would be fine with that.
Now I'll give you another trick that we used to serve stroganoff sauce over is you can cook a piece of toast. Then you put this sauce over the toast. And she also has an amazing Biscuits and Gravy sauce that she makes.
Yeah.
So just food for thought. Now I know some people are looking at this packaging going, this is 10 servings. Please understand that it is vacuum packed. So once it puffs up and the air is put back in, it really does open up and it's a lot of servings. So we're going to move on over to more ethnic group. My family loves Chinese. So she has 3 kind of Chinese versions. We have chicken and rice, beef and broccoli, sausage, cabbage stir fry, amazing, and sausage stir fry. I did the sausage cabbage stir fry last time. Loved it. It was hard to get away from the pan. And then this time I'm trying the new sausage stir fry. And can you tell me the differences in vegetables and what the main theme is here?
So this is the broccoli beef. This comes with the water chestnuts, beef that's extremely thin. So I try to make it as thin as possible so every bite is nice and easy to chew. Broccoli, onions, and then my special sauce. The cabbage stir fry comes with cabbage, carrots, water chestnuts, and a variety of different peppers. And then the sausage stir fry is just a simple broccoli, sausage, and carrot mix. And all these can be served over rice. My chicken and rice does come with rice in it already. My rice is undercooked for a reason. When you go to heat it up in the microwave, again, 1 to 3 minutes depending on your microwave, it will fully cook the rice for you. These don't come with rice, and the reason that is because they are good just by themselves. They're literally full of all the vegetables you're gonna need, so it's a meal in itself. But if you wanna add rice, that's wonderful too.
So you can add rice, you could put it over chow mein,
Yep.
either hard chow mein or cooked chow mein.
Absolutely.
So there's lots of options that you can do without just feeling like rice
Right.
with a different variation. We could have our chicken and chow mein. So there's lots of different variations that we can do there.
And if you're going to serve a side dish with it, serve it in a side dish. Don't put it on the plate with this. These things are very juicy, and it's going to, if you put cottage cheese on there, it's just going to melt right into it. So
some food for thought.
yes.
Now we're going to go over here to the soup section because my family loves soups and we're now in soup season.
Absolutely.
So what we have here is we have a beautiful vegetarian minestrone soup. We have a beautiful chicken soup that is a cream-based soup. And then we also have what she calls a Hungarian stew. So I'm going to let her talk to us a little bit about each item. Now, the minestrone soup, you said you can do vegetarian or with meat.
We can add meat, whatever meat that you want in there. But minestrone is typically a vegetarian soup anyway. You can add your own noodles. You're going to notice in a lot of my dishes, I don't do noodles. I don't do spaghetti noodles. I don't do egg noodles. And the reason is because once you freeze them, they come out terrible. So you'll have to provide your own noodles for that. In the chicken soup, it comes with, again, all my soups are going to either have shredded chicken, shredded turkey, or ground turkey, and that's because it's just easier once again to chew. And my soup it's more like a gumbo, and the reason I do that is the older people have trouble keeping it steady on their spoon. It's a lot thicker. It's not going to fall off as easy. It also doesn't retain heat as much as a broth-based soup does, but I am willing to make a broth-based soup for you. When we get to Christmas time and Thanksgiving time, I provide a turkey soup where I take all the turkey carcasses and I boil them down, and so it's a smoked turkey. It makes your house smell amazing, by the way. And then my Hungarian stew. This was just added to our menu, and it has kielbasa, sausage. You can put hamburger in there. You can put whatever meat you want in there, but what makes it Hungarian is the kielbasa in there. So again, all of these soups are very hearty. Serve them with a side of a fruit, cottage cheese. Do serve them with some kind of bread so they can dip it in, or crackers is good.
Perfect. So I want you to understand, Tammi is very flexible. She's willing to work with you. I hope that you can see her passion for cooking, that she understands the industry in the sense of your needs. Be completely transparent with her. If you don't like something,
Tell me.
let her know. And the thing is she has a very amazing policy about foods that we don't like.
If there's something that you don't like, give me an opportunity to make it better. And I'll give you an example. I had Philly cheesesteak mix for a lady. Her son, who's also a picky 8-year-old, thought it was too tough to chew. So I tried a different meat. I gave it back to her the next time. I didn't tell her I was going to do it. I gave it to her for free. Asked her to try it again. Now she loves it. Or he loves it, I should say. So if there's something that doesn't work for you, just let me know. I'm willing to customize anything within my ability.
And she also does catering for parties.
I do.
So she's going to do some catered food for my Halloween party, which I'm super excited to be able to present to you some amazing items and what kind of creativity she can come up with. So just wanted to give you a sneak peek of all of the amazing foods. I personally paid $389 for these 14 meals. I requested 10 serving meals, so they came out to around $2.95 a serving, which is really very reasonable for a dinner. My goal when I ran an adult family home was to always be around the $2.50 mark for a dinner. So she also does special packaging. So this is key if you're building your business, because I know sometimes you don't have 6 clients. So you're trying to figure out in your mind, How do I manage that? So one thing to think about is she can package in 2 portion servings. And yes, you got to buy 6 servings,
Right.
but she packages in 2 person servings. So that makes it nice while you're building up your business.
Absolutely.
You can purchase some of these meals, incorporate some other meals with them, and then you still have some lunches and
Absolutely.
some dinners and some things to do. So I have quite a few clients that use her services now, and it's just something that I think is worth it, and give it a try and see what you think. So Tammi, thank you so much for taking the time to go over all these food items so that I could really present them to everyone so they know more about you.
Thank you.
And they can reach out to you. So can you give us your phone number one more time?
It's 425-306-1113, or you can email me at catscratchcatering@gmail.com. You can text, email, or personal message me. I'm on Facebook. I post a lot on the Adult Family Home Council website, and you can get all my information through there too.
Perfect. Can you spell out your email address for us?
It's CATSCRACHCATERING, Cat Scratch Catering @gmail.com.
Perfect. Well, thanks again, and thanks again for serving my family.
Absolutely.